Okay guys, we are going to watch this video. I stalked GTA4 NPCs for 7 days. Sorry, let's go. Oh shit. मैं अपना फेस रिवील करूंगा मिलियन सब्सक्राइबर्स पे, तो प्लीज लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब.
Have you ever been driving around Liberty City in Grand Theft Auto 4 and wondered if the people you're flattening with your car actually had somewhere to be? Did they have jobs, homes, commutes, somewhere they were actually trying to go before you murdered them? In Grand Theft Auto 5, the answer is basically no. NPCs wander around, loop through basic routines, and exist mostly to make the world feel...
अच्छा, मजे की बात यह है कि मैंने GTA4 मिस कर दिया कि मैं GTA4 नहीं खेल रहा, क्योंकि GTA4 की स्टोरी जो है वो GTA6 में रिपीट नहीं हो रही. मतलब ऑफ कोर्स पूरी स्टोरी लाइक रिपीट नहीं होगी, कुछ कैरेक्टर्स या कुछ मैप का पार्ट आएगा, इसलिए मैं GTA वाइस सिटी सैन एंड्रियास और GTA 5 खेल रहा हूँ. अगर तुम लोगों को नहीं पता, हम लोग इस सैटरडे संडे को GTA सैन एंड्रियास कंप्लीट करने वाले हैं, तो बी इन द स्ट्रीम. हम लोग GTA सैन एंड्रियास स्टार्ट से लेके एंड तक कंप्लीट करेंगे एक ही स्ट्रीम के अंदर, मोस्ट प्रोबेबली, अगर मुझे नींद ना आई तो.
Feel busy. But Grand Theft Auto 4 is a very different game. This is a game that lets you walk inside fast food.
मैंने सुना है कि this is one of the best game भाई, one of the best game. No, this is one of the best game भाई. कार मैकेनिज्म बहुत अच्छा है इसके अंदर, एनवायरनमेंट बहुत गंदा सा है, लाइक यू नो, लेकिन ये है कि NPCs कार मैकेनिज्म बहुत अच्छा है, मैंने जो सुना है.
Restaurants. Buy hot dogs off the streets and go bowling. The cars handle like cars.
Yes, sir.
Jesus. The whole game is obsessed with realism. So I wanted to know, does that obsession extend to the people?
Okay,
Over the
I
next
did
7
PGS
in-game
live
days,
on stream to play chess with me 1v1.
Let me watch the video, okay? Let me watch it.
we're going to follow every single major type of
Yes, sir.
NPC Liberty City has to offer. We're going to tail pedestrians, ride the subway, and chase ambulances for hours at a time to find out where all these people are going. So I'm standing in the beginning.
He gets short, भाई, just for the video. कार मैकेनिज्म बहुत रियल है. You won't be able to drive. क्या मतलब? बहुत ही ज़्यादा रियल है क्या?
Safe house, and we're going to take our boy Nico here, walk out this door, and the are going. So I'm standing in the beginning safe house, and we're going to take our boy Nico here. Walk out this door, and the first person we lay eyes on becomes subject 1. Good?
The f*** you mean good boy? Shut up! Turn volume down, the volume down करूँगा ना. F*** you mean good boy भाई? Stop playing भाई.
Liberty City. Okay. Oh, great. Woman in a yellow vest running for her life. This is a bad start. Oh, shit. Yellow vest is down. Oh, she's okay. What the f*** is going on in Liberty City this morning? Nico can barely keep up. Okay, we got her. What are you up to, Vest?
क्या कर रही है यहाँ पे बैठ के? Maybe इसको पोटिया आ गई होगी chat.
Inadvertently attached myself to the most distressed local on the eastern seaboard. She circled the same block 4 times and then headed for the water. Holy shit, she is flying.
Maybe she's like she want to suicide भाई. Chat. Maybe she is frustrated भाई. Maybe she got, you know, into argument with his boyfriend. With her chat, his boyfriend होगा, her boyfriend होगा. I think her boyfriend.
And then she rounded a corner and I lost her. She despawned.
Bro, she died. She suicide, right?
So the lesson is, don't follow someone who is already running. I needed someone who understood the concept of a leisurely stroll. Now that is a walk. This is the type of guy we need to be following.
Bro, I think इसने हाथ अपना deep में रखा हुआ है. I swear to God, भाई. He's running like, he's walking like this. The f***.
What are you, a security guard or something? He looks like a Pedro. Where are you off to, Pedro? Oh, he's got a cell phone. Oh.
Who the f*** is Pedro?
The phone. I'm gonna cross the road so I don't disrupt his path. There's 4 people in that car. Do they do that in GTA 5? Whoa, easy now.
No, bhai.
Pedro's having a cig. Look at these good old boys. The Vest boys. You guys roommates? And back he goes in the same direction. He's probably looking for his phone. This man smokes a lot. Maybe this is his job, patrolling this factory area. Okay, and back he goes. 24 in-game hours later, Pedro had revealed the awful truth. He was a looper. He wasn't going to a home and he wasn't clocking out for a shift. It looked like our first definitive failure.
Looper क्या मतलब chat में लाड पर सुना? What the f*** is looper भाई?
So I decided to test the rigidity of his path. Can I change his direction? Yes, I can. Interesting. Let's put him back the other way. Ah, send him into panic mode. Oh, you were secretly an Olympic sprinter. Pedro transitioned from security guard on patrol to Donovan Bailey. Out of the way, Vest boys. Pedro, watch out! Jesus! Ooh. He's okay. He may not be okay. I think you might have...
GTA 4 के NPCs अगर बहुत अच्छे हैं, तो GTA 5 के NPCs अच्छे क्यों नहीं है भाई? Or what if GTA 6 के अंदर और गंदे NPCs हों? Why the f*** I'm paying $100 भाई?
Eternal bleeding, man. Don't you die on me, buddy. Pedro getting clipped by a sedan had somehow triggered a butterfly effect that alerted the authorities. Is that the cops? Are you after me or Pedro? You won't take him alive, you b****. I'm getting us out of this, Pedro. Oh, you f***ing idiots. You shot him. I will avenge you, Pedro. Oh, he's okay. Is Pedro invincible? For a brief moment, I believed Pedro was coded differently, a glitch deity of the factory district. So I made a tactical decision. Pedro the human shield. You're just gonna have to trust me on this one, buddy. You ain't big man. So on foot, Liberty City didn't seem like a city of destinations. It seemed like a city of loops. But what about the streets? Out of everyone in Liberty City, a guy in a car has the best chance of actually having a real destination. So day 2...
क्या मस्त गाड़ी चला रहा है भाई. GTA 5 के NPCs are racist as well. हाँ ये बात तो सच है भाई.
Had to be the drivers. Okay, out we go. First car we see. Madame, I need to commandeer this ride. Madame, please just let it go. Get out of here. How did that kill her?
It is madam या madam. मैं पूरी जिंदगी madam बोलता रहा हूँ भाई. It was madam.
After securing a research vessel, the experiment began. I picked a random sedan.
Began.
Okay, a woman...
Sedan, madam.
In pink. The initial question was simple. Do the drivers actually obey the traffic laws of Liberty City? There's a guy there!
Ooh.
Bad start. Holy Oh, he's pissed. He's chasing after the car, distracted by his phone. Some things never change. Okay, so she's actually using her turn signals. And she stopped at a red light. She then hit and runs not one but 2 pedestrians, but did something that nearly blew my mind. Holy is she going to get gas? She pulled into a gas station, giving me one glorious second of hope that
मतलब ये लोग गैस भी डलवाते हैं भाई. Damn भाई.
NPCs had fuel routines. Lady, what are you doing? Okay, no gas, I guess. We pushed onward, ran some red lights, crossed into a new district, and then something bizarre happened. Wait a minute, it's a dude now! Wearing our pink-coated woman has converted to Judaism. He kind of looks like Josh Groban. I'm tailing a shapeshifter. I spent hours trailing the entity Josh Groban. Josh Groban was eventually replaced by this black fellow. We then got stuck at this traffic light as it cycled.
Check कितना एक सेकंड GTA 4 का ये environment कितना गंदा है यार. Woman driver है तो it's understandable. तो तुम racist नहीं हो क्या? अच्छा chat, I think so. Females पे joke मारना is not racist है ना? The females भाई, and me too. Not by mans but females.
Through green 5 times. This driver has entered a catatonic state. Maybe I need to give him a little nudge. Let's see if that gets him moving. There we go. He has changed again into a white man. It almost feels like the car is more of a human NPC than the actual NPC. The car is the constant. He eventually gave up on driving entirely, just sitting in the lane, endlessly cranking his steering wheel side to side like a broken animatronic. When he finally got moving and I caught up to him, the code had swapped him again. We looped the same square block for 20 minutes, but just as I was ready to call the experiment a failure, the car turned into Francis International Airport. The vehicle pulled into the arrivals lane and stopped. Nobody got in, nobody got out. The car was just pantomiming the act of picking up a passenger. Finally, after 16 in-game hours of following this car and about 1,000 collisions later, our driver abandoned the vehicle entirely and walked away. Okay.
अबे तो लड़की निकली है बाहर, अबे तो लड़का था. Who else is brick watching his stream? Really भाई? Who else is brick watching my stream भाई? तुम्हें पता है grown ass man को बोलना कितना?
I know a better spot to test this.
अबे कहाँ पे था?
We got in, nobody. I know a better spot to and walked away. Okay, so does anyone actually commute in this city? I know a better spot to test this.
Day 3 subway.
The subway is explicitly designed to move people from point A to point B. So, does anybody actually use it to commute, and will they then leave the train station? Let's find a station. Okay, here we go. Above ground station. Not a lot of people over here. Let's go over to this side. Okay, here we go. Big train moment. Okay, someone got off, but no one's getting on. So maybe people won't get on the train when we're watching? I started tailing a man who seemed entirely disinterested in public transit, pacing parallel to the platform, looking like he was just trying to kill time. Oh, he tried to psych me out. He got on. Okay, there's actual people on here. All right, let's follow this guy. The train rattled to a halt. Our subject disembarked. Ooh, this.
ये तो बेकार ही है भाई. Bro, GTA 5 में ठीक नहीं है subway. GTA 5 में subway नहीं है ना? I think GTA 5 में subway है ही नहीं.
Dude had a rough night. He began to pace from the north end of the platform to the south end, back and forth, a trapped rat in a concrete maze. And then he phased his entire body through this solid metal railing to board the train. Oh, what? I could not phase through, but managed to make it through the closing doors just in time. We rode until we hit Hove Beach and the pursuit continued. Hey, look, this guy's got groceries. If I bump him, do the items fall out of the bag? Oh, they do. Sorry, man. He's going back to the grocery store. I tried it again with a sack.
अबे दोबारा grocery store पे क्यों जा रहा है? You can pick it up, bhai.
Saxophone. Sorry about this, sir. I'm doing it for science. Same result. The moment an NPC drops an object, it's like they forget that it ever belonged to them. Okay, and our boy is properly homeless now. When we initially found him, he had all the hallmarks of a homeless man, but he seemed like a regular commuter. But now he was in actual homeless mode.
होमलेस कैसे हो सकता है भाई अगर सबवे के पैसे हैं इसके पास तो?
I gave him some change. What's your beef with me? It is very difficult to not eventually aggress people that you follow in this game. If I get on the train and then exit, will he remember me, or does that reset his logic loop? It's like it never happened. The train's like that Men in Black memory wipe. But the craziest part was the moment I stopped looking at him, the game decided it didn't need him anymore, and he completely ceased to exist. Just poofed into the ether. It seemed the subway was subterranean purgatory. Nobody would actually leave the station. So if the pedestrians, drivers, and subway riders...
अमेरिका में जमीन से नहीं उठा सकते, वहाँ डिस्पॉन हो जाता है आइटम. जमीन पर गिरे तो आपको क्या पता होगा, आप पाकिस्तानी हो. जब हमारे यहाँ पे जमीन पे गिरता है तो वो बिस्मिल्लाह पढ़ के 3 दफा
are all trapped in their own little bubbles. What about the vehicles specifically designed for point A to point B travel? If the pedestrians are geographically locked to their little neighborhood blocks, and the drivers are fundamentally glued to their car seats, who is telling the taxi where to go? Are we the only ones that can hail a cab in this game? It seemed the taxis were purely decorative, a system built exclusively for Nico Bellic, but then a breakthrough. Oh, there's a cab with someone in it. If this failed, the idea of a functioning city was basically finished. This man has been
3-second rule in US. 3-second rule कि 3 सेकंड से पहले उठाए खा लो. ये तो अच्छा है भाई.
In this taxi for 5 in-game hours. That is going to be a hell of a fare. They just kept driving. No destination, no route, just endless looping. And then the engine pulled its favorite parlor trick. Without the car ever stopping, the driver was suddenly a woman, and our high-rolling passenger had completely shape-shifted into a different person. So I decided to hijack the cab to see if...
मतलब आप टैक्सी हो? नहीं चैट.
If I could manually transport the NPC to a different part of the map myself. Don't worry, sir, I'm a scientist. I'll get you home. But my driving intervened. I crashed into a wall and he bailed out of the back seat. I tried this a few more times, and while you can
देख के ऐसा क्यों लग रहा है कि like गाड़ी चलाना बहुत मुश्किल है इस गेम में भाई.
Pick up and drop off passengers as a side mission in the actual game, the game won't let you pick up a random NPC from one area and transport them to a second location. So I stole a helicopter. I needed to know if the planes actually land. I found a plane cruising over the city and tucked in behind it. It circled the entire perimeter of the map and it never landed. Refusing to accept defeat, I took my helicopter down to the tarmac at Francis International Airport to observe the grounded planes. I found this one slowly taxiing down the runway. I followed it. It drove to the end of the strip, turned around, and circled back. It never.
At least GTA 5 में और GTA Vice City में जहाज उड़ता तो है ना शायद, और लैंड भी होता है.
Took off, it just did laps on the concrete like a lost Roomba. I then attempted to use my helicopter to physically force a commercial airliner down to the tarmac myself. I figured if the game wouldn't land the plane, I would land the plane for it. Turns out you can't bring down a Boeing 747 with a chopper. In fact, there is nothing you can do to damage these airplanes at all. So the entire transit system of the city is just a giant loud ceiling fan. I was starting to lose hope. But if the regular citizens don't have anywhere to be, what about the people who have to be somewhere? What happens when the simulation is forced into a state of panic?
Okay.
The scientific method occasionally requires breaking a few eggs. To observe the Liberty City medical infrastructure in action, I first needed to create an emergency. I scoured the streets until I found a suitable volunteer. Hey, it's Linus Tech Tips. I'm going to incapacitate Linus here and see what happens. I can just rub up on him and he won't do anything.
What the भाई harass कर रहा है भाई लड़कों को भाई. लड़के भी harass होते हैं भाई.
Oh shit, is he dead? Did I just walk into him to death? Look at all that YouTube money. The paramedics' arrival was astonishingly prompt. Okay, ambulance is here. Oh, it seems they've healed him. Linus, are you okay? You're never gonna want to collab again, are you? Oh, never mind, they're putting him into the back of the ambulance. Now we're talking. A dynamic, unscripted event with a clear destination. The hospital. I got in my car and tailed them as they
Indian Simulator. Indian Simulator, bhai.
Absolutely floored it through the city, right up until they violently wedged their vehicle between a brick wall and a municipal light pole. Linus looks dead back there, you guys. You gotta get moving. Don't you guys have the Hippocratic Oath in Liberty City? The urgency of the medical emergency was immediately replaced by the engine's inability to reverse. I waited there for 20 real-world minutes. A couple locals tried to mug me and were subsequently arrested. Eventually realizing the EMTs had completely given up on saving Linus, I rammed their ambulance until it popped loose. Free from their geometric prison, the paramedics resumed their mission. They
Okay, it is what it is, bhai.
Drove in massive chaotic loops.
Hello Minhar, welcome to the stream.
They meticulously obeyed red lights, ensuring Linus's survival odds
अबे बंदे हैं अंदर भाई, एम्बुलेंस तो फॉलो नहीं करती भाई रेड लाइट।
plummeted. I watched them absolutely obliterate a pedestrian and a light post, and then not a minute later, murder another civilian without so much as touching the brakes. But then as we rounded the corner, a miracle. Holy shit, they made it. We're at the hospital. There is hope. Guys, where the f- you going? You're at the hospital. They blew right past the emergency room doors. Linus is going to die in that metal box. So I took matters into my own hands and commandeered the ambulance. I was going to save him myself. I blasted back to the hospital and into the ambulance bay. The doors are locked. I'm not giving up on you, buddy. I frantically drove around to the front of the building, praying for an entrance. But the illusion peeled back one final time. This is the wrong hospital. This is an inaccessible hospital. I had to find a real enterable hospital, but my rescue attempts had taken...
भाई गाड़ी पड़ने वाली है
The
भाई।
ambulance had taken one too many bullets and bumps. We're almost there, Linus. Hold on. R.I.P.
Damn भाई, मतलब इतना ज़्यादा देखने के बाद मुझे like I came to a conclusion के NPCs are NPCs. NPCs are NPCs भाई।